right, it's Friday. We are live. We are doing it. It took us longer than normal. Usually we do this at 7 o'clock. Every day we say that, right? We've even got like a little logo thing down in the corner that says like every day at 7 o'clock. And this time we didn't. This time it was a little different because it's a very special day. We've got a very special Friday edition. We're doing this live. We're broadcasting live from Virtual Del Fuego, which is the first regional burn that is sanctioned by Burning Man that's online, that's virtual. And so so we're here doing that, and that's kind of cool. So we had some snafus. We got things started a little later than we had hoped, but I'm going to put it in the chat on all the other systems. If you want to come join us for our Free For All Friday, we're not only going to do a Free For All Friday, we're going to do a Free For All Saturday and a Free For All Sunday as well. But to participate in it, you've got to go to Virtual Del Fuego or Playa del Fuego. So playadelfuego.org. So you have to go to the website that I'm typing right now, and you go hit that. It's free. It doesn't cost anything, but you have to actually go and register, right? And then you're gonna jump into our camp, which is Camp Fuck a Duck. There you go. So you're gonna go check that out. And if you join that room, if you join our room, you're going to be on the show. You're going to be on the stream for our Free For All Friday. And as I said, bonuses, we're also going to do it on Saturday and on Sunday. So it's a Free For All weekend. Craig's first, by the way. I don't know if you saw that, but Craig gets our first point. So since we've got some people online and we're waiting for some more people to pull in, and we've got some new people probably that haven't done this before, we're going to go over some of the rules, which are terrible. Nobody likes rules. There's basically two rules overall. One, right, is don't go and just look things up online, because you're just being ridiculous. Why would you do that? That's not fun. Anybody can do that. I will just, if you really want to do that, I will email you all of the questions, and then you don't have to join us, and you can just look them up at home, and you can spend all weekend just diving into deep holes of information on Wikipedia. But if you want to participate in this, don't look it up. Give it a shot. Here's the thing. If you don't know it, that's no problem, because we have two ways which you can make that you can get internet points that aren't worth anything. One is correct points. These are points that you get for being accurate in your answer. And the other are style points, where you're just saying something that's fun and silly, and you make Caitlin laugh, basically, is how that works. If you get a correct answer, you get a point. If you get a correct answer first, you get a point. If you're the first person in the chat to say first, which Craig did, you get a point. And then there's other ways to get points, like through social media. For the folks who are up on Facebook, if you share the show, we will see that, and you'll get a point at the end for that. But for the folks who are here at Playa del Fuego, that's different. So we're trying to do a little bit of a different show today. Usually this show is built around us kind of promoting our podcasts and stuff. We're not going to do that. We're decommodifying. We took all the logos off and everything. We're just doing some trivia, okay? So if the people who have been joining us for the last month and a half, think it's a little weird because I'm not going through my usual rants, that's okay. We'll get back to that on Monday. Just enjoy the fact that you're not going to get any of the advertising that I usually have to do. Granted, I make no money on the podcast anyway, so I don't know if it's really commodification at that point, other than just me throwing money at a what would you call it? It's a hobby. I guess it's just a hobby. Yeah.
So, Heather, if you could put the answer in the Facebook chat, that would certainly help me.
Yeah, if you want to participate, you can definitely put the answers in the chat for Jitsi. But we're streaming this right now on Facebook and YouTube and Twitter. So if you're here in our room, just so you know, you're little and tiny, but you're going to be on our show. So you can turn off your camera if you'd like to not be on the show, or Yeah, any of those things. But we've got, it looks like about 20 people all hanging out right now on the various different outlets that we're doing this. Again, we're streaming live, but we're broadcasting from Virtual Del Fuego, the first ever sanctioned, Burning Man sanctioned virtual burn, which is very cool. We're doing a first. So let's get into some questions. All right, let's do this. I'm doing this a little more low tech than normal because of taking off all of the different logos and stuff. So we're doing this in a different way. But I believe we can start with question number 1 if you're good with it.
Good. I think we solved our tech problem with the white page.
Yay! Oh, excellent.
Add an exclamation point to your password.
If you add an exclamation mark, it kills it.
Daisy said she added an exclamation point to her password and it worked. She
Oh,
no
weird.
longer got the white screen of death.
Oh, all right. Well, I don't have one in mind, so I'm not sure
Maybe
why
it's
that is.
like a length thing and the
Yeah.
exclamation point just happened to do it.
Maybe. All right. All right, so let's go to question number 1. By the way, I'm going to put it back just in case people joined us a little late. If you want to join us on the show, I've put the link there in Restream. You go in there, just register. It's free, and then you'll just go to our camp, which is Camp Fucking Duck.
It's the big rubber ducky one.
Yeah, it's a big rubber ducky one.
What do we do to guess the answer? Do we raise our hands? You just
You
call
can
it
just
out?
put it in the chat in Jitsi.
Oh,
If you
okay.
can
Yeah,
just write
the
it
Jitsi
out.
chat.
In the
I
chat,
will
okay.
record the answers from there.
Yeah, we'll take a look at them.
Thanks for joining us, Sam.
Yeah, this is going to be awesome.
It's gonna be a hot mess.
It's gonna be
so
it's gonna be
amazing.
just a cluster. I guarantee it. But it's gonna be an awesomely fun cluster. So we did theme this around Playa del Fuego.
Yeah.
Right. So a lot of the answers that you're gonna try and go for are somehow related to Burning Man or camping or fires or things like that. So here we go. All right. Let's start with question number 1.
Here we go.
Go for it.
Burning Man events have been happening since the 1980s, but when was the first year that the event had a legal permit? Before that, they were on land that didn't require a permit, and they didn't need a permit.
Yeah.
But the first year they actually had a permit.
All right, so first time that they had a permit for Burning Man. Putting 60 seconds on the clock. You type your answers into the chat, and we'll keep an eye on them.
We got answers coming in the Jitsi chat.
Yeah, it looks like Christina has an answer in the Jitsi chat. Some folks that are not in the burn. We've got, it looks like Shaggy and Steam. Danny answered over there as well. She's both in the burn and on the Facebook chat. Heather also over there and here. Great. Septic joining us from Twitch all the way from the UK. Welcome back, Septic. We were a little worried about you. We haven't seen you in a few days.
By the way, Septic, your t-shirt is on the way to you.
Yeah, it will probably take 3 or
9
4
years.
months to get to you because I'm guessing it's being taken by some small bird and carried across the ocean.
Well, it's got to be, go through customs and all that.
Yeah. Oh, Shaggy's joined us in the burn as well. This is our theme camp, Shaggy. This is what we do when we go to PDF. We all get together at the theme camp. All right, so time is up. We've got answers that look like they're ranging anywhere from 1988 to 2001, it looks like, from somewhere in that list. Over here on the burn chat, we've got 1992 from Christina. Over on our Facebook chat, we have 1995.
Okay, come on.
What's that? 1992, 2001, 1998, 1993, 1988.
And then in the Jitsi chat, we have 1992, 1992.
To 1992. So Sam also did 1992.
Yep.
All right. So did anyone get it right?
Yes.
Ah, all right. So someone got it right. What was the correct answer?
The answer is 1991. That's
No,
the first
some
year
people
that
were
they're
so
on-
close.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's the
my
first year
goodness.
they're on BLM land and had to get a permit.
yeah. So Danny got 2 points for that.
Good job, Danny.
We had a couple of 1992s, which is so close.
So
really good
close.
memory. That would have,
So close.
yeah, almost had it. All right, so this is great. So I think you're getting a sense of how it works.
Yep.
We're gonna move on to question number 2.
This one's a little more artsy. What museum is the most visited in the world? Hint, it resides in the most visited country in the world. I don't know how they measure that, but there you go.
I assume they have one of those guys with just the clicker, like in
Yeah.
Walmart, and it's like, yeah.
My dad and I
14.
were talking about that. There's some beach that they're opening. and
Clearly
they're
not copying you.
like,
No cheating! Are you cheating? Don't cheat!
No.
the news alert thing was like, yeah, people can go to the beach, but it can't be over 20% capacity. And I was like, how the fuck do they measure that? Is there a guy with a clicker on the boardwalk?
Yeah. How do you know that a beach is at 20% capacity? What's the capacity of a beach?
What's the capacity
First
of a
of
beach?
all, I mean, I feel like you can dig down, right, and make more capacity.
Yeah.
You can
so
make a
weird.
cave, right? There's more capacity anytime you want it. All right,
Got one of
so
those placards on the wall with fire capacity.
Yeah, totally.
I forgot to hit the button, so I'm making sure there's 30 seconds left. I want to make sure everybody has a chance to answer.
Oh man, babe, we gotta add some people to our spreadsheet.
Yeah, we do, because everybody's gonna get a make-believe internet points that aren't worth anything, and we need to track those.
Yeah, it's important.
I think I'm good.
Nope, you're gonna get fake internet points.
Listen here, don't you get in the way of my meticulous accounting.
You can also go for not only correct points, but you can also go for style points if you don't know the answer and you just want to add entertainment to the show. So that's another way. If you can just make Caitlin laugh with your answer, you get a style point.
That is the goal.
Yeah.
Or like smirk or sneer or even just laugh in my head is also fine.
All right, so time is up. Our timing is going to be crazy tonight. Usually, like, we're doing everything in different ways, but all right, so we'll make this work. Steam says style points are the most important. I don't know if
This is gonna be a cluster, and
Yeah.
On Monday it's gonna be like this weird relief where everything gets easier.
It's going to be a fun cluster.
Yeah, it's the best kind of cluster, though. That's the thing.
We might have puppy cam because I'm going to visit my puppy right now. He's
Oh,
not
that's
actually
great.
mine.
So we've got a few answers from the chat in the burn. It looks like we've got Kiki and Sambo saying the Louvre. The Louvre.
Missing an R, but I'll take it.
Yeah, Louvre. Melissa and Danny and Steam and Heather and Septic over on social media also saying the same. Craig went off on a tangent, went with the Met.
Oh,
So that would be New York, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of people visiting the United States, apparently. So did anyone get it right?
Yes.
Yes! Is the question? Is the answer the Louvre?
It is.
It is!
Did you know
All
France?
right.
France is the most visited country in the world.
Yeah, France. Did you know that there's actually there's a social or there's a psychological like symptom that you can get from visiting France? Did you know that was a thing?
Tell them all about it.
So there's there's a symptom, and it tends to happen to people who are Asian or Japanese, right? And
Specifically
apparently
Japanese, yeah.
Paris is like so built up in their culture, and it's so amazing, like the fantasy of Paris. It's this like wondrous place you go to, and it's amazing. And the problem is that when you then go there, it's just kind of a city, and it's dirty, and there's just normal people there that speak French. Like, it's not that amazing, and they get depressed, and they actually like have psychological effects because they're so let down by this. Craig, do you know what the name of it is? Do you know the actual name of the syndrome?
Isn't it just like Paris syndrome or something like
Yeah,
that?
it's like Paris tourist syndrome or something like that. Yeah.
Isn't it just like Paris syndrome or something like that?
Yeah. Paris syndrome. Yeah, it's called Paris syndrome. It's a Japanese thing. An extreme shock at discovering Paris is not as beautiful as they expected. And it like causes delusions and stuff. Like they're wandering the streets.
I can't wait to go to Paris with you now.
Yeah, it's super
We
fascinating.
both have family that lives in Paris, so we keep telling them we're gonna go sometime, and then we like don't instead.
Yeah.
Yeah, just don't get your hopes up.
They get it's actual like acute delusional states, hallucinations, feeling of persecution, derealization, depersonalization, anxiety, and psychosomatic manifestations such as dizziness,
Biscuit?
tachycardia, sweating,
Dude.
and vomiting.
You better fucking stop it.
Yeah,
No.
stop it, quit it. Wait, what are we quitting?
I don't know.
Do we have to stop the
it's
show?
actually in the DSM-4.
What's that?
The the Paris syndrome.
Oh.
It's actually in the DSM-4.
Oh, it's like official and everything.
It's an official
Oh my goodness.
mental
So that's a
disorder.
thing. All right.
Yeah.
So we got all the points.
I got all the points. I gave it to Kiki first because that's the first person I saw who answered.
Okay, 2 points to Kiki for being the first one to get it correct. Everybody else gets 1 point for getting it correctly, but not first. I think we have a disagreement in the burn. Sam's like, no, I want 2 points. All right, let's go into question number 3. Is that right?
Question number 3. Can you give me any one of the group names for a family of peacocks?
All right, family of peacocks. We need the name of a group of them, like a murder of crows.
Yeah, like a murder of crows, but for peacocks.
Something of peacocks. Okay, so 60 seconds on the clock. Now, the reason that we're giving this question is because where PDF used to take place in Delaware, there were peacocks like on the land, and in the morning you would hear them make just obnoxious noises. It was almost like having roosters, but they were like very weird roosters that were dressed up for a party. And so this is so this is our trivia question. Can you give me one of the group names for a family of peacocks? And if you can get this correct, you will get 1 fake internet point that's not worth anything at all.
Yeah,
If
it's
you're the
tricky
first
with
person.
the group names for animals because there's always more than one.
Yeah, any of the correct ones you can do that.
I have a list. I scraped it from the internet. It's the longest list I could find.
Steam has a guess. He says that it might be is it a fire of dragon chickens? Is that the correct answer?
So
No.
my nephew, the first time he ever saw a peacock, he ran up to the fence it was behind and pointed at it and said, "It's a dragon chicken." And I was like, holy shit, I'm getting that like tattooed on my body somewhere. I'm gonna ask someone, if I tell you a dragon chicken, please draw it, and then I'm gonna tattoo that thing on me.
All right, so let's see. Time is up. Let's see what people had to say. Craig went with a strut. That's a good guess.
That's a really nice one.
I like
one.
that. Fancy, a fancy of
A
peacocks.
fancy of peacocks. That's
Yeah.
cool.
A peafowl of peacocks. I think a peafowl is a peacock.
That's the generic name,
That's
neither
the-
male nor female.
So a
for
peacock is technically a male peafowl, but there's also a peahen,
Peahen.
which is the female
It's
version
the
of
gal version.
it. So that's the generic for like a single one, right? I guess, would you say like, hey, there's a group of peafowl? I guess you could, but we were looking for like murder or pod or pride, right?
My mom's favorite group name is a Crash of Rhinoceros.
Crash of Rhinoceros
She
is
has
good.
a poster on her wall that has group names for a bunch of animals on it, and Crash of Rhinoceros is her
I really like, there's also, what is it? Parliament of Owls.
Parliament of Owls.
That's pretty great, yeah.
So actually, this trivia question doubles as a Caitlin trivia question because one of the answers is my favorite group name for an animal.
Oh, we have a question in the chat. Sam wants to know, what do you call a group of people shirt cocking? For those that don't know what shirt cocking is, it's the only unacceptable thing to do at a burn. You can do whatever you want otherwise. Any artistic like expression that you happen to have, everyone's going to be very understanding of it, and they'll participate in your art. But if you're a shirt
Until-
cocker, oh, dirty shirt cockers.
And that, just for the record, is where you wear a shirt and nothing on the bottom.
Yeah. Unless
You're like having a polite conversation with someone, and then you look down, it's a penis.
yeah. Yeah.
I actually Googled shirt cocking.
Yeah.
How'd
I
that turn
feel
out
like-
for you?
And you know, that's always dangerous to Google anything that comes up in this.
Yes.
But I'm
terrible
glad that
idea.
Sam asked, because the correct answer to this, a lot of people don't know this, is that a group of shirt cockers is called a what is it? A parry of shirt cockers. Yeah. Because that's what they end up doing
Yeah.
if they're near each other.
Yeah.
There's actually groups
Yeah.
of shirt cockers.
It's a jousting of
A
shirt
joust of
cockers.
shirt.
A jousting of shirt cockers.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god.
Especially if they're running.
So here's all the answers that we got in our fuck-a-duck room.
Yeah,
Flourish of peacocks. I like that one.
that's good. Oh,
A
that's good.
flock of peacocks.
That's not bad because they're birds,
Not
right?
bad.
So that makes sense.
a gaggle. And
A-
then Eric was like, no, wait, that's a goose.
Well, yeah, they're kind of like goose. They're just like they're like
Less
goose.
honking.
Yeah,
goose.
they're like goose that won the lottery.
Yeah.
Right, and so then they just and they were like, I'm getting that dress.
There's a pride.
Mm-hmm.
A peafowl was another guess from Frederick.
It's working.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That goose glow up though. Yeah, exactly.
Yes, Kiki, there are two different rooms. So there's some people, we're streaming this to Facebook, and so there's some people who are answering in our Facebook stream, and
Yeah.
we're reading those answers out loud, and then there's the people here in the Jitsi room. So we do have two groups of humans, and
Yeah.
we actually have people on Twitch as well. Hi, Sarah. I like that
Hello.
you commandeered Eric's account.
Septic has also pointed out that Craig coins are second to style points, closely
So
behind.
I have some unfortunate news.
What's that?
Nobody got it right.
No one. Oh no! I think I know what it is too.
Okay.
I think it's
'Cause
an
it's my favorite.
ostentation.
Yeah.
Yeah, an ostentation
The
of
possible
peacocks.
answers I have written down are bevy,
There's 13 people in there now, probably 14.
ostentation, a muster, and a party of
We have
peacocks.
15 people, but that's because we joined twice.
Yeah, I'm in here.
That's
twice.
how we pad our own room numbers to make it look
So,
like we're popular.
Nobody got that one right, but ostentation of peacocks is my favorite group name for an animal.
Paul says that a bunch of shirtcockers is a Karnak of shirtcockers. Yeah, that might also be true.
Yeah, that's probably true.
And you know, as soon as I guessed a strut, I guessed strut because I was like, it's something ostentatious.
Oh my god.
Oh, you were so close! You almost had it! Oh no!
Damn it, Greg.
I Googled after I answered, and it's like, son of a bitch.
Septic says that his favorite is a blossom of blue tits. First of all, is a blue tit an animal? Is that a thing?
It's a bird.
Totally fine bird.
I thought that was just a thing that happened after Shibari, so I wasn't
No,
sure.
that's
No?
not-
Okay.
This is not that kind of room.
And Steven
Yeah.
says that a group of millennials is called a mouthful of millennials. Apparently. All right, so let's move
Can also have
on.
a condescension of mansplainers.
A condensation. I thought it was a well actually of mansplainers. Isn't that the group name for it? All right, so let's
Oh,
move on.
mansplain.
Question number 4. You're typing.
Where do you put your answer?
In
Just
the
in the
chat.
chat. Yeah, there's a little chat. Since you're over here in the burn, you're gonna go down. Put your cursor down to the lower left-hand side, and there's open and close chat down there. All right, so I'm gonna give the question while you're typing. So before the United States decided to increase its involvement in the Vietnam War, what was the primary nation opposing the activities of Ho Chi Minh in Vietnam? So we have this question, 60 seconds on the clock, because our old land was in Delaware, where this is where the event took place, and it was actually a bunch of Vietnam vets. They called it Firebase Lloyd, and they lived there, and then they rented out the land for events, and we used to go there, and it was terrible because it was full of mud. And so,
And it was terrible.
and so, yeah. So before the United States decided to increase its involvement in the Vietnam War, what was the primary nation opposing the activities of Ho Chi Minh in Vietnam? And for those that are here in the burn, if you want to participate on Facebook, you can also do that. Let me know. But we'll be checking your answers here in the chat as well.
Yeah. I'm on it.
We've got good. There's a lot of different good answers here. Craig goes with Whoville. Is that correct? Is it?
That is not correct.
No, it isn't. Is that a style point?
Yes.
All right, good. Let's see. Burma and France. Vietnam. I mean, that seems like a good answer.
Vietnam, super mad at Vietnam.
Right. Vietnam was really involved with Vietnam at the time. Karen's going to jump on the France wagon. Okay.
Karen's on the
Painters
France
with France
wagon.
as well. Eric's going with France. Pabst Blue Ribbon hard coffee is crack.
Good to know.
Oh, there you go. If you want some hard coffee, which is not the thing I ever thought I'd want to do to
Never thought of
coffee.
mixing booze and coffee really was a good idea. It's just not
If
for me.
if you like Four Loko, then you're in luck, because it's kind of like that but classy.
Yeah. Hangs up.
Black Rock City says Steam. That's who was involved with Vietnam. I don't think that that's true, but
That might not be accurate.
all right. So looks like the most popular answer was France. Is that correct?
Yes, it is correct.
It is France. Okay, so there you go.
What?
They seem like so peaceful. They would have just rolled into Vietnam and been like, "We're sorry. We're just here
sorry.
for the food."
We're gonna make your cuisine totally different.
Yeah. We've noticed that you have noodles but no butter.
So
We're
there's
gonna
a
change
lot of
that.
Vietnamese cuisine now that's a fusion between Southeast Asian and French cuisine. Like a banh mi sandwich has pate on it.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
Yeah.
All
You
right.
would really like a banh mi sandwich. It has pickled vegetables on it and lots of meats and stuff.
All right. Karen, Steve wants to know if it's Karen Shot Friday, which sometimes you guys haven't enjoyed what the trivia before. We do this every night at 7 o'clock, and sometimes our good friend Karen will be Drunk Karen on Fridays, which this is a free-for-all Friday. We let everybody on the show. For those who are joining, we're doing this on Facebook and YouTube and Twitch as well.
This is the biggest free-for-all Friday we've ever had.
Yeah, it's very fun. So if you want to participate, just you're going to put the answers in the chat. So let's move on to question number 5.
Yes, please, let's do.
Question number 5. We're doing 10 questions, just so everyone knows.
Yes. Recreational camping was popularized.
Nailed it.
On what European river?
Oh.
This is
Can you repeat that?
interesting. The-
Recreational camping was popularized on what European river? So
People
a bunch of...
camped alongside this beautiful river.
Yeah. I assume at some point in time, some rich Europeans were like, I've got an idea. What if we go to the river and we pretend like we don't have a home?
How quaint.
And then homeless people were like, oh, fuck you. Seriously? That's what we do every day. And they're like, no, but it's hilarious because we have a house. We're pretending like we don't
So
have
funny.
a house. Oh, my goodness. We are
You're
going to cook food on a fire. Oh, let's do it. Let's go down to the river. This is going to be great. Bring your
Excellent.
friends. We won't even bring a refrigerator. We'll put it in a cooler. Oh. And then everybody was like, I mean, that sounds kind of cool. And then the Americans were like, I don't get it, but we're going to bring guns. And
We're
then
gonna do it.
the rest of the Americans were like, ah, let's do that. Bang, 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 and alcohol.
Let's see. We have a bunch of good answers in the Jitsi room. We have the Rhine, the Riviera, the Danube, the Seine,
Is the Danube in Europe?
the Blue Danube. Yeah.
Yeah, it is? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know where anything is.
You're
Are
so
you
pretty.
crazy? I thought the Danube was in a sandstorm, so I wasn't sure. Maybe I was
Damn it.
wrong on that. Is that
Septic-
Darude?
Yes,
Darude?
it is Darude. Thank you for calling him out on that because he does that joke all the time. Septic says the River Lee. We've got a Karen.
Oh, so for the record, we hadn't told you about this. One other way that you can get a point is we've our friend Karen, who sometimes is drunk Friday Karen, invented a rule all by herself, and we ended up adopting it. And so what she said during one of our questions was none of the above. And because she thought nobody was going to get it. So we nicknamed that a Karen. So in the chat, if you think no one's going to get it correct, you can shout Karen.
With an I.
Yeah, with an I. And if nobody gets it correct, you get a point. But if anyone gets it correct, you lose a point. So it's a gamble. All right? So you can guess. If you guess and you get it wrong, no loss. And if you get it right, you get a point. But if you do the Karen, you lose or gain a point. It's a little more fun that way.
It's a dicey proposition, but it's super fun.
It is. So did anyone get it correct?
Yes.
Yes. All right. What is the correct answer?
The correct answer at the very last minute is the River Thames.
The River Thames by Craig. His
Go
last
Greg.
second
He's
guess.
so surprised that he got it right.
Out
Yeah.
of my ass.
That's the best way to do trivia. Danny's upset
Danny
because you
says,
ruined
"Damn it,
her
Craig."
Karen. So
Oh,
she
no.
loses a point.
Danny and Craig aren't friends anymore.
Nope. Everybody, the Rangers arrived. We got to stop
Oh,
having fun.
Stop having fun.
Yeah, just so you know.
Hi, Ranger.
No more fun. The Rangers are here. Let's move on. Oh, that's question 5, right?
The
Do we-
River Lee flows into the Thames. That's very interesting.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Ooh, way to teach us some
Septic's-
UK geography.
Yeah, Septic's teaching us. You learn things as well as getting to play trivia.
Yeah.
You're now smarter because of it, which is good. Are we
Can't
halfway
fuck it up.
through?
Making you smart.
let's go over the points.
Okay.
If we didn't get your points right, you let us know which make-believe points we missed so that we
Because
can get
this
it
is a bit of
correct.
a clusterfuck, and I'm doing my best.
Yeah,
Okay. We have a ton of people who have 1 point so
1
far.
point. Okay.
We have Steam, Shaggy, Septic, Sam, Melissa, Karen, Heather, my cousin Eric / his partner Sarah, Casey. And then with 2 points, we have Danny and Craig. And then with 4 points, we have Kiki.
Dwyer's in fucking
Look at that.
but
So,
they're like playing trivia and he's just smoking the bomb.
yeah, no, we should do that. We're smoking a bong and doing trivia. That's how it's rolling. So Kiki is actually out ahead right now. Great job, Kiki. The leader right now of all of our trivia. So let's move on to question number 6.
Question number 6. Traveler is famous for being this Civil War general's horse.
Oh, that's interesting. 60 seconds on the clock.
The Civil War general's horse's name was Traveler. Who was that Civil War general?
So we're looking for the name of a Civil War general whose horse was named Traveler. Now, what does this have to do with Burning Man and burning?
Well, Playa del Fuego has an effigy that we burn and is in the shape of a pony. So I wanted to do a horse-related trivia question.
And the reason it's that is because the event started years and years ago, 25 years ago, something like that. And it was on Akakeek.
Assateague Island.
Akakeek Island, which has ponies on it.
Hooray!
And so where Burning Man has
yeah.
a man that they burn. They make a big man out of wood and they burn that. Right? At Playa del Fuego, we make a big horse or pony. We make a big pony, and we burn that. That's our effigy. So usually at Burning Man, they'll burn the effigy on Saturday night, right? And so we do our effigy burn on Saturday night. It's going to be a little different this year because we're doing this virtually. So if you want to participate, we're going to all do a burn. If you want to make a horse, you want to make a pony out of whatever, popsicle sticks or some newspaper or some
I need to make one out of origami.
pizza boxes or anything like that. Well, obviously you have to burn it in a really safe way. We don't want anybody getting hurt, but you can participate in the burn at your home. So we're going to be doing that on Saturday night. It usually happens at dark 30, which you'll learn burner time doesn't really go along with like watch time so much. You'll say something starts at 7, but it's 7 burner time, which is somewhere between like 6:45 and 8 o'clock. Somewhere in that range, it's going to happen. And you just kind of go wander over, and hopefully it's still happening. And we did that today, because usually we start at 7 o'clock. But in honor of burner time, we started at 7:30-ish.
I feel like, Keith, you're using that as a disclaimer, and
Yes, we are using it
And
as an excuse.
you're very
Absolutely.
lucky
Yeah,
that that's actually like possibly real.
it's a real thing. Burner time's an absolutely real thing. This event was supposed to start at 6, and it ended up at like 6:45 we started. But yeah, that's the whole burn.
We have
What's
an
up?
announcement from Kiki K. Camp Iguana Chill is hosting an origami pony build, which I'm attending.
Oh,
It's from
Tomorrow,
4 to
right?
5 tomorrow. If you want to attend, go to their theme camp room and fold some origami with them.
yeah. So there you go. So if you're joining the burn, right? If you go hit the home button after we're done here, up at the top, you see it says VDF and home. If you click that after we're done here, you'll see there's a schedule that you can click on. It's called the www. Because it's the World Wide Web, what, where, when. And so if you click on that, that's a calendar of all the things that are happening, and you can jump to different rooms and find all these things that are happening throughout the event. It's happening all the way through midnight on Monday, right? Like
Monday.
Sunday night, Monday morning. 24/7, there'll be things going on around, so feel free to check around. It's all free. You just go check it out.
Totally different.
All right, let's
go to
move
question
on
7.
to our question number 7.
Question number 7. What?
Wait, we didn't do the answer.
It's Robert E. Lee.
Oh yeah, Robert E. Lee. So who got it?
A lot of people got it.
A lot of people got it. Danny definitely
got
got it. I saw
And
some
then
people in the chat that may have
A
gotten
bunch
it.
of people
Yeah.
in the chat got it.
Kiki right at the top. Didn't get the first one though. William got it.
Shaggy got it first.
Yeah,
and
Shaggy got it
Kiki,
first.
Melissa, cousin / Sarah,
Yeah.
Karen. That's it.
So I will say, usually Twitch is very fast for this show, but the fastest thing right now is going to the burn because that's in real time. So I'm going to put that again in the chat if people want to join us. It's free. You just go register, right? And it's in your browser. You don't need to like download anything or anything. It's this cool art festival that's related to Burning Man. And then you go to Camp Fuck a Duck, and that's where we're doing it right now. So
Hi, Ragnar.
feel free to come join us.
It's very easy to register
Yeah.
as someone who's never registered before.
Yeah,
Very
it's like
easy.
your name, your age, your email address, your username, password. Doesn't ask you a lot of stuff. You click a box that says that you're not going to be an asshole, essentially, and you're good.
The don't be a dickbag box.
Yeah, don't be a dickbag, and then you get to wear awesome hats in the virtual.
Like
Look
Joe.
at that cool hats we
Joe.
have. There's at least 2 awesome hats right now in the room.
Dope hats. I
Go
think
hats.
it's Tiki with a dope hat. Okay.
Yeah.
Question number 7.
Question number 7.
What famous statue was found on the Greek island of Melos in 1820? Somebody needs to mute.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, what famous statue was found on the Greek island of Melos in 1820?
So you can just type your answer in the chat, and
Yeah,
then you get a point.
Put your answer in the chat if you know it. Although he raised his hand, which was,
That was
really
so
sweet.
polite.
That was so great. I feel like if we had that at work, it would be awesome because usually it's just everyone talking at once.
Yeah.
And then you get into the thing where like people are like, yeah, but I'm not sure about the. Oh no, God, no. Okay, you. Oh no, you go first. You go. No, I'm sorry. Okay, so we're just saying that. Oh, did you have a thing that you need? No. Okay. Is it all right if I go? Okay, I'm gonna just say the. Oh no. Oh. And that's the whole meeting. It's so bad. Oh, it's the worst. Rhombus cracks me up. We have the Colossus of Rose. We have Venus de Milo, the Thinker. We have Apollo.
Painter is going with Team Venus.
Team Venus. Sometimes that's a good thing to do, right? You look for someone that looks maybe confident in what they're saying, and then you're like, that person is on my team. I'm on that team now.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
Venus de Milo. Steve just goes with the one with no arms.
The one with no arms.
Yeah,
Good.
just that one.
Lions. Okay.
That seems a little vague. Osman Diaz, the King of Kings, is septic. That's very specific. Venus de Milo. Okay, yeah, all right. I'm sorry for the people that are on social media. We haven't been paying as much attention to you as we usually do, but I've noticed that in their boredom, they have all that we have a string of Twitch icons or emojis.
Yeah.
I don't know why that happened, but Depressed Lizard
into
and
it.
Septic Scope. It's a robot, and then a girl, and then a monster and a kitten.
I think that's a really fat banana.
And as a fat banana, you think?
I feel like that's a really fat banana.
And then another cat, and then
Speaking
I
of
think a
short
germ.
cotton.
It might be a germ. And now a unicorn with a fire. Fire. That's good. That would be like the burn, Playa del Fuego. So that's good. All right. Did anyone get it correct?
Yes, several people got it correct.
Oh, cool. What's the correct answer?
The correct answer is Venus de Milo, or the one with no arms.
That's not the correct answer.
I'm not giving Steam a point.
No, don't give him a point for the
I said
one
I'm
with no
not-
arms.
I said I'm not giving.
Don't
Steam a
do
point.
I feel like that's a style point, though.
It's-
Oh, it's definitely a style point.
oh, yeah. Give him a style point for that.
We have some amazing
Oh,
mask action.
Yeah, we got more hats and masks. This is great.
This is dope.
We have, this one looks kind of like it's Egyptian. We have a puppy dog, it looks like. We've got...
The closest thing I had to a hat.
It's beautiful.
and
I
a
really
rabbit,
Like
it looks like. And Kiki, what are you?
it
You've
looks
got
like the
horns.
Donnie Darko hat.
You just,
It's just a thing.
just a thing. I like
Just
it.
a
It's
whatever.
got
It's
horns.
dope.
She's a bit of a devil. That's what we're learning.
Yeah.
Just a bit of a devil she is. All right, so let's move on to question number 8. Is that right?
Brian says, Brian, I think your end is a little messed up because there's definitely video and audio in lots of rooms.
Yeah, we're seeing video and
Try
audio.
turning it off and on again.
Turn off and on
It's
again.
my professional IT advice.
As with all things related to computers.
Let's go to question 8.
What's wrong? Oh, turn that off and on
Turn
again.
it off and on again.
That's an IT career right there.
My mom the other day, I taught her to turn off and on her iPad, and it fixed her problem with Zoom. And then she called me back and was like, can you tell me how to do the thing where I turn the light off and then it comes back? And I was like,
She
yeah, Mom.
knew what she had to do. She just didn't know how to do it. Can you walk me through the turning it off and on again?
I just want to turn the light off. My mom's really sweet.
All right, what's our question number 8?
Question number 8. Can you name the official state nickname for Delaware? I'm talking about the official state nickname. There are some
Oh.
unofficial state nicknames. Put your answer in the chat if you're in Jitsi. Put your answer in the chat if you're in Facebook.
Yeah.
Just chat it up.
Chat it up. If you know the answer, the official state nickname for Delaware, the official one. Well, we've already got some answers coming in. People are quick.
We have a beach.
We have a beach. That's the.
We got no sales tax.
Right.
That's a style point. And we have a beach, also a style point.
I believe the official nickname is "Yay, we're Delaware."
More companies than people. Style point.
Steam says the Mudburn State. That's the name of it.
Mudburn State, style point. I'm gonna really like this question.
I believe the official nickname for Delaware is "Do you like sheds? Welcome to Delaware."
Welcome.
It's like I've noticed that, like, I think you get it if you buy a house. They're like, "Welcome to Delaware. Here's your shed," and it comes with every house. I've driven through Delaware. I swear to God, I saw a shed that had its own shed. Like, it had a smaller shed next to it. I guess to store things you didn't want to, like, burden your shed with. I don't know when you're where you're like, this is second shed stuff. Don't put it in the main shed.
Yeah, no.
I
Can't
saw
sully the main shed with this shit.
I saw a barn that had a shed, and I was like, a barn is a shed. I don't even know why you're putting a shed next to a barn. You've got a big shed. You're doing great. Did you run out of... And I don't know if you run out of space on a barn, if a shed's really going to make a difference. Like, make another barn at that point, because you collect stuff.
You're a hoarder.
All right, time's up. Let's see what people got. We've got some really great answers. A lot of people saying the first state.
Yeah.
The Diamond State.
That's an unofficial nickname for Delaware, and we were looking for the official nickname for Delaware.
And it's a diamond state. Is that because there's a diamond mine in Delaware?
I have no fucking idea. That's a good question.
Is that the thing? Let's find out.
No. The Diamond State is from Thomas Jefferson, referring to Delaware as being as valuable as a small diamond. Like.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Because I think one of the other states, there's like an unofficial nickname of like the Emerald State or something like that. And it's
because they have shit tons of emeralds.
And they've actually got a public mine that you can go and you pay like $20 and you can just mine for emeralds or something like that.
We should do that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And anything you find, you get to keep because it's public land. And so you just go there for the day and like try and mine for gems.
Painter gets a style point for At Least We're Not Jersey. Yes. And Baru gets a style point for his witty retort to that.
Brian says, is there any audio? Like, is anything actually transmitting? It seems like everyone is muted. Some people have muted themselves, but we're hearing people who unmute themselves and say stuff.
I'd recommend it's probably your browser. Firefox is the way to go for this to work, right?
Yeah, we're using Firefox, and that seems to be better than Chrome.
Sam says use Internet Explorer. I like you, Sam.
Use Internet Explorer because you hate yourself. I feel like
Microsoft doesn't even support Internet Explorer anymore.
Yeah, for the record, if we find out if anyone is using Internet Explorer, I'm going to hit the little button in the upper right-hand corner that says report this room because someone's threatening self-harm. Okay? Just so you know.
I may use Internet Explorer for certain things, but not in this room.
Yeah, no, I would use it for absolutely nothing other than just making yourself feel pain so that you feel something.
No, note how I phrase that.
Yep.
If you feel numb and you don't think that you can get feelings, use Internet Explorer. It will remind you that you do have
Internet
feelings.
Exploder.
That's true.
All right, let's go to...
Did we get the answer? You
it's
got it.
the first state.
The first state, okay.
Yeah.
And you got points for all the people.
I got all the points for all the things.
There's so many wonderful
I
people.
think.
We were not going to go through every single
See what
person
happens.
because,
Yeah,
you know,
there's so many
that's
people.
that's
This
a
is the
little
most
crazy.
people I think we've ever had on the show. I love you all.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so question number 9. What is question number 9?
It's the penultimate question.
Yeah, it's the penultimate question.
Oh my God, Diana just
Diana
screamed the
yelled it.
penultimate question.
She knew it. For those
Yes,
that don't,
it's penultimate.
yes, penultimate is the thing that is second to the end.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not the last thing; it's the thing before that.
Ultimate being the last thing.
Yeah.
The ultimate thing. Penultimate next to it.
And it's like one of Keith's favorite words.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's like my penultimate favorite word.
shut up. One of the 4 classical elements, fire, is considered to be both hot and dry, and according to Plato, is associated with what shape? Obviously, the theme for tonight is burn-related things and PDF-related things,
Think
and
about that.
we like to set shit on fire,
Yeah.
so fire question.
There we go. 60 seconds on the clock. So one of the 4 classical elements, fire, is considered both hot and dry, and according to Plato, is associated with what shape? It has a shape. I believe the shape is.
No.
Is that a shape?
Shaggy says the shape is star anus.
That's not even a spice. That's not.
I'm very confused.
You've been using the wrong spice in your foods if you've been using star anus.
Star anus.
You're like,
Don't use star
this
anus.
is supposed to taste licorice like, and it tastes
doesn't.
more. It's not licorice as much as liquor ass.
Liquor ass.
Isn't it star anus? Star
But it's
anus is
supposed to be star
different.
anus.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Star
It's
anus
very
is
different.
star anus is when you're in a movie, and you bend over.
And everyone applauds.
Yeah, then you have a star anus.
Thanks for over explaining.
That's, you're
Steve
welcome.
says the answer is baby birding. Where's
Baby.
Karnak when we need him?
Yeah, Karnak would really appreciate that.
I
He's,
think we're
he's
going
over in his
into
own
it.
camp.
Oh,
I
of
think
course.
we're going into TMI territory with that star Enos comment.
But that's what PDF is for.
Yeah.
We'll get used to it.
No, you can have a star anus. We celebrate your star anus. That's good.
Okay, I heard a bell go
Yeah,
off.
time is up.
Here's some answers that we have from the Jitsi chat.
Star
Triangle,
anus.
triangle, 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 star anus, square, triangle, triangle, rhombus. And then Karen agrees that rhombus is a great word. And I think that's Kayla who said diamond.
Out of curiosity, could a star anus be a rhombus?
Yeah, why not?
I feel like if it's well used enough, it could go rhombus.
Then
on
we got
it.
triangle, triangle,
Right?
triangle, tetrahedron, triangle.
All right, so triangle, yeah.
Triangle is alarmingly popular.
It is. It's very popular.
It is the most sturdy of the shapes.
It's very sturdy. A lot like a star's anus.
Yes.
Also very
What's up with
sturdy
you and
because it
anus
gets
right now?
used a lot, so it has to be sturdy.
Oh my god.
You got to build those things solid.
Okay, so triangle's not right.
Oh no! Oh, so many people guessed triangle. Oh, and it's not right. Oh, the humanity!
Plato had some crazy ideas, and Plato believed that fire was associated with the tetrahedron.
That's not a thing. What's this tetrahedron?
It's, you know,
According to Plato, it is a thing because I got
It's
it
a
right.
triangle.
Ooh.
It's not a triangle. You're not
It's
fooling
four
me.
triangles.
It's many triangles
there's
all
many
put together.
triangles all together.
It's 4 triangles on a square.
Tetrahedron
Oh!
looks like this.
And again, we need to all wait until Danny answered.
Yeah, and then there's gonna be Danny. That's really your best bet.
You know, at some point, I'm going to throw an answer out there that's
Yeah.
going to be completely fucked up and wrong just to see how many people follow me.
Well, don't tell them you're gonna do that.
There's
Okay.
also the
Don't you go pulling my move, Danny.
yeah.
They'll follow you because you do that.
So that's
My
interesting
favorite.
because that seems related to my favorite shape, which a lot of people don't know about, but it is a dodeca anus.
No,
That's what, it's a 12-sided anus.
no.
Yeah, no, it has
A 12.
yeah, it's very big. It's very large.
There's nothing wrong with you.
And rustic.
Rustic.
Yeah.
Don't ever describe my anus as rustic.
Have you been watching Humpfest or something and getting different ideas?
Not
he does-
different
he's full of
ideas, kind of the same idea, but over and over again. It's just, yeah.
Okay. Stop.
A dodecaanus would have a lot of taint.
Yes, it would.
Yeah. I think, Steve,
And lube. You need lube.
Oh, so somebody was technically wrong. It's not 4 triangles with a square on the bottom. It's
No.
actually 3 triangles with a triangle on the bottom.
Oh, so it's like a pyramid.
It's a triangular pyramid.
Triangle-
Thank you,
oh,
Kiki.
okay.
Kiki posted the proper definition.
Oh, thank you, Kiki. That was really nice of you.
It's a three-dimensional shape.
Yes, it is. With a triangle on every side.
I
We'll
have
have
to.
enough of that Kiki being right.
I would like to
Sorry.
publish an apology. Apparently, I just looked up the definition. That was the wrong. That was the wrong shape. That is not a shape. The dodecaanus is not a thing. I just looked it up.
Oh, really?
It's not on
Googled it?
Wikipedia.
You're not
No,
supposed
my
to Google.
favorite shape is.
I
the
love it, Craig.
Yeah, my favorite shape is actually the
The only
Play-Doh
one I had.
Play-Doh.
Yeah, it's a play.
Oh, Craig's.
Oh, he's got a hat
silly
now.
Race.
Yeah, the Play-Doh decahedron is 12-sided, but it changes constantly.
And it's fine to eat.
And you can eat it. Yeah, you can
Yeah.
eat it, but it tastes really salty. The Play-Doh decahedron. All right, last question. Let's do
So,
this.
You may have heard. I don't. If you're late to the party.
Mhm.
Usually I come up with the questions for this show. This time I tried to go with themes related to PDF, so like Burning Man or camping or fire. And then I ran out of themes. So this one, in true burner fashion, is just out of fucking nowhere.
Which I think is really related, right? Randomness, I feel like, is a
Total
related
randomness
thing. So
is a
that's
burner
good.
theme.
Yeah.
So the last question is, Gail Borden invented what food item? Has nothing to do with anything.
I believe Gail Borden was the one that chopped up her family with an axe,
Nope,
right?
that's
is that...
Lizzie Borden.
Oh, is this her sister?
No relation.
Oh, no. Oh, no relation at all.
No relation.
Was the food human parts?
No!
It's not. Okay, I just wanted to check.
No.
Because it seems like it could have been. With the axe and all.
Kiki went with Borden cheese, which I think is a pretty clever answer.
That's good.
Borden singles, yo.
Joel went with condensed milk. Soylent Green, says Shaggy. Freeze Pops. Freeze Pops are delicious.
Freeze Pops are dope.
Meat Biscuit.
I saw a little girl, like the girl who lives next door to us, running around with a little freezer pop, and I wanted to like tackle her and take it. But it was the blue one. I don't like the blue ones.
Erica's with Mummy Elixir, which I don't know what that does, but it sounds really dry. Like I would need to drink something else as a chaser.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if Meat Biscuit is correct, but that's what Danny guessed, and I just want to say Meat Biscuit over and over again.
It's
Meat
not correct,
biscuit.
but I'm totally into it.
Yeah.
I see what you're doing, Danny.
Interestingly enough, Meat Biscuit is another term for a star anus.
Oh, Brian can see
I
it
missed
now.
the question. What was it?
Gail Borden invented what food item?
Keith, how many times can you say star anus tonight?
Don't test him.
Like during the show or just like in my
See what
free
you've done,
time?
Danny?
That's the
Like,
question.
I mean, I don't have to listen to you all night. Caitlin does.
Yes.
And I feel like if I dare you to do that, Caitlin and I are no longer going to be even in like with each other. She's just not going to like me.
See what you've done.
Yeah, that was a
Brought
very
this on
short-lived
yourself, Danny.
relationship. All right, time's up. Looks like a bunch of people saying condensed milk. Condensed milk seems to be a really
You
popular
can use
one.
that in a lot of things, like key lime pie.
That is true. You can use it on all kinds of things. I don't know
Somebody's
who.
phone is buzzing.
I have to hand it to her though. If she did make condensed milk, that's a really brave human being, right? The first person who says, "You know what? This milk is good, but you know what would be better if it was thicker."
Yeah.
That's like what?
We're gonna stabilize the shit out of this milk and make it very thick.
Hey, I've got an idea. What if we took this milk and put it on the shelf for a year?
And
they
they just made milk syrup.
That's like somebody who has a dream where people were like, "That's not possible. There's no way that," and they were like, "Watch this."
Just watch.
Do you think the first time she pulled it out of the pantry and just drank from it, people were like,
no.
"Don't do it, you're gonna die." She was like, "Watch, we're good."
It's gonna be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God.
She just sat there looking at them, just straight in the eyes, chewing
Chewing her milk lumps.
her milk lump.
Yes, I have made caramel with condensed milk.
Oh yeah, you make it's not caramel
It's
technically.
dulce de leche.
It's dulce de leche. But that's sweetened condensed milk. Is that different than condensed milk? Because I think of those as two different things.
And evaporated milk is a totally different jam.
Is there a thing that's condensed milk without sweet?
I don't know.
I guess I've known evaporated milk. All right. Well, you know what? Let's find out what the actual answer is. What's the correct answer?
The actual answer is condensed milk. I will be accepting Frederick's answer of sweetened condensed milk.
That is a type of condensed milk that
counts.
nobody cares
That's
about,
fine.
apparently. They just give us the sweet
Good job,
condensed
Joel.
milk. So, yeah, I was really impressed by the sweetened condensed milk recipe. I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but basically all you do is you take a can of sweetened condensed milk and then you just put it in a pot of boiling water.
Don't open it.
Don't open it. Yeah, you don't open it. You put the whole can. This is like a recipe I would make up, right? Like if it was like...
You cook a can.
Yeah, cook a can, and you do it for like 40 minutes or something like that, and then you take it out, you open the can, done!
It's fucking caramel.
Like, there's no way the first time that particular recipe came out, people were like, you're fucking with me.
You suck. Okay, let's go over the scores.
Yeah, I like to think the
And
person
just for reference, Gail Borden, old white man.
What?
Not woman.
Talk about.
Interesting. Oh, all right.
Now we know.
Yeah. Now
I mean,
we know.
also dead white man, but
19 people in this room. I wanted to see what it was about.
Well, yeah,
doing
come join
trivia,
us. We're
you
doing
just missed
trivia,
it.
but we're right at the end of it. But we're going to do it every night at 7 o'clock.
Ish.
So, ish.
Thing.
Yeah, so tomorrow night and Sunday night we'll be back here as well.
Please come back and join us tomorrow
Yeah.
at 7.
You can get
I mean, you can
make-believe
say that.
internet points that aren't worth anything. And then trade them with other people.
Yeah.
And collect them.
Okay,
And have a
let's go
whole
over the
set.
points, because technically I have an event that's supposed to be going on right now.
Oh, let's go do that. Okay. Go do
Okay,
your-
so yeah, that's why you're the most populated room in the index.
Yay, that's exciting.
Yay! I didn't know we were the most popular. That's
18
cool.
burners.
Damn. All right, so here we go. With 1 point, we have Casey, Christina, Frederick, Joel, Miles, Sam, Septic, and Show. Sco, you know him.
Yeah.
That's
2
pretty
points.
slick.
We have
Alright.
Steam, Painter, and my cousin / his partner Sarah, who's lovely.
Yeah.
With 3 points, we have Shaggy, Heather, and Craig. With 4 points, we have Melissa. 5 points, Karen. And tied for first place with 7 points, we have Kiki and Danny.
Kiki and Danny!
Good job.
Yay! Alright, so here's what we're going to do. So Danny is won nights before. So I'm going to give this to Kiki because she's never got a chance to do this. Kiki, would you like to give an acceptance speech for winning the night? You're welcome to. You don't have
Okay,
to.
well, here's
Yes,
the other thing we
else
need
goes
from you. See that our room is purple right now? You get to select the color that the room is tomorrow during trivia.
Yeah. What color would you
Whatever
like
color
ours?
you want,
Yeah.
as long as we can make it with light.
It has to be with light. So brown doesn't work. Not sure if you're aware of this. You can't make brown light.
Can't
That's
make
not
brown
a thing.
light.
Gray light? Not a thing.
Green.
Green!
We can do green.
We will do green for
Do
you,
you want-
tomorrow.
Like a lighter green or a darker green?
Or just any kind of green.
Iguana green.
Iguana green.
All right, we'll try our best to do iguana green,
Done.
which is way easier than chameleon green.
Way easier than chartreuse.
That just happens to change all the time.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay, cool.
All right, that's it. So here's what we're going to do. Tomorrow, we're going to be back here at 7 o'clock, and all of your points carry over. So at the end of the event, you get all of your points up for a total, and we'll see who wins the whole burn. Right? So we'll start at 7 o'clock tomorrow. Same place, same bat time. We'll have more trivia, and that's all the things.
And that's all the things.
Right, so until 7 o'clock tomorrow, thanks everybody for coming. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay home. Definitely be safe. We want to see you again. Also, thank you to everybody who's been essential in making the world go round and risking your health so that we can stay home and be healthy. We appreciate that. That's a huge thing. So yeah, until I guess tomorrow at 7 o'clock. Good night, everybody.